Hey Dylan, thanks for taking my call.
Hey Dylan, big fan of the show.
Huge fan of the show. Love what you're doing.
Such a big fan of the show. I'm so glad to have a minute of your time.
Hi, Dylan. It's Gavin.
Dude, Dylan.
Look, I cannot help you. I'm sorry. It's not hard to understand, okay? So here's my thought. You would be crazy to think that. Well, welcome into Hey Dylan. I'm your host, Dylan. We are here today with Richie, with Shay, because really we really fire this up as really great things are happening around us. And dude, I just feel like we couldn't not get together with the season that Arizona State has had. And I really want to start with that because we just try to cover every topic we can on this show. But as far as Arizona State, and this goes for both of you, because over the last couple of years we've all gone to games together. Maybe it's growing up being an Arizona State fan or whatnot. How does it feel that right now we're in this time where we're not quite at the college football playoff yet? We're still in this celebratory time. We don't even know who we're playing yet. So how does it feel that Arizona State had an 11-win season and won the Big 12 and now has a bye for the very first ever national football? That just needs to be said. All those things are real and true. Has it set in? How does it feel now, Shay?
Dude, as someone who's been going to ASU games since I was 3 or 4, it's crazy, man. It really is. It's crazy. I don't after the game Saturday, I just it didn't. I felt shell shocked. It truly did feel real. You know what I'm saying? So, um. I don't what have I been saying? What did I say during the whole Mets run? Good things happen to good people.
Mm-hmm. Similar
Um,
energy.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's surreal. Yeah, we can say we can say whatever we want, but none of us expected this.
Yeah.
I would have been happy for a bowl.
Yeah, we were like a month ago we were looking at the Las Vegas Bowl with Alabama, and that was dude, that would be
we were
incredible.
saying we want Bama. It's truly amazing. What has happened over the last, especially after what's happened the last 3 4 years. The fact that this happened so fast is remarkable. That's all. That's all. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, Richie, what do you kind of want to
at the start
what
of
do
the
you want to
season,
go ahead.
I was expecting 5 6 wins, and that would have been a great season. People would have been stoked for a 5 or 6 win season,
That's true.
and just everything that has transpired the past couple weeks, I guess maybe 2 months even, winning some of these big games that we've won, the way we've won them too, it's just stuff that never would have happened the past couple years.
No, it's true.
It's pretty cool because when I was there, I was a part of some of the best teams, I guess, really that ASU had in its history. And so, other than being on the team, this has been the next best thing I think that could happen as a fan. This season has been incredible, dude.
Yeah, and even that Wyoming game, we were there week 1, and we were kind of dude, I hope they win today. I hope today's a fun day that we can just maybe leave it. It'd be great to have one of those. It's been so long. And then it was happening,
Dude,
and we were thinking of it dude, we should remember this feeling of Wyoming. We won by so many. We should remember this feeling because this feels good. But we had no idea.
dude, because
I called it.
we've been to opening games where it was 6-0 at halftime.
Sacramento State.
That was just 3 4 years ago
against NAU too.
Yeah. So last year, they really barely beat Southern Utah that first game. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It really is crazy.
No, yeah, it's nuts because really them losing to Cincinnati was without Sam Levitt, and then Texas Tech.
Yeah.
That was just the first game in the Big 12. That was you could say that was.
And they played the worst game they could have possibly played, and they lost by 8.
Yeah, that Texas Tech game, they really could have won that game. They just like you said, I don't know. It was a multitude of reasons they didn't win that game, but they were in it until the very end.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, to highlight the to put a stamp on the 2024 season, I guess before the playoff, like what was it about this team, like Dillingham to Sam Levitt to Skattebo to all those dogs on defense, like what made this team different and why did people miss it?
I think one of the biggest things. I mean, we all like we knew like what Scottaboo was going to do. We knew what he's capable of. I think the biggest thing was just how quickly Sam Levitt like grew up and became a leader. And I mean, I don't know when him and Jordan Tyson got this connection, but after I think that Cincinnati game, they found a connection and they never stopped. I mean, getting 15, 12 targets a game, 10 receptions a game, it was incredible to watch that connection
Yeah,
grow.
I mean, like I'll speak on it. People on like the ASU board, they wanted Jordan Tyson like benched early on.
Yeah.
He was dropping a lot of passes, and I mean, he had some really dumb penalties, but yeah, I don't know. He just woke up one morning and said, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, they've done a really good job. The staff has done a really good job evaluating like guys who want to come in and compete. Because I mean, at this like nowadays, that's really what it all is. I mean, you can bring in whoever you want and X amount of guys, but if they don't buy in and they don't play with the purpose and the chip, I mean, it's not going to mean anything. I think they just found the like the right combination of guys who have just like bought in and have belief in everything the coaches say. And I mean, look, I mean, it's come to fruition.
Dude, I mean, I was listening to the Bussin episode with Dillingham and like I forgot who said it, but it was like it was cool. It's great that ASU has someone who like doesn't want to be there as a stepping stone. Like Herm Edwards needed to restart his career
Hmm.
to eventually get
Yeah.
back to a certain spot, while like Dillingham clearly is just like an Arizona guy and like is just there about the next game and is just this insane ball of energy that like activated the Valley. And like how much were tickets by that BYU game? Like that's crazy.
Dude, there's like some were like
Dude,
$300 in the upper
lower
decks.
level was going for a grand, like on the
Yeah.
50-yard line.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's just I mean, yeah, I hope that I hope the fans can truly like finally see what's going on and
Hmm.
like the players have bought in. Now I just hope and now I hope the casual fan has bought in
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
always been ASU's problem. ASU's problem has always been, well, if you win, the fans will come. If you win, you'll
Hmm.
get this recruit. If you win, you'll get X, Y, and Z. And granted, I know it's only 1 year, but Dillingham's putting his money where his mouth is. The administration is putting their money where their mouth is. Now, I think it's paramount that the fans see this, buy into it for next year, the year after, because I mean, in this new age of college football, I mean, you're recruiting your roster is just as important as recruiting other guys. You know, guys, there's players on this team that probably didn't think they'd have the opportunity they're gonna get when the season ends, money wise from other schools. You know,
Yeah.
so how much is this? How much is what Dillingham and the rest of the coaching staff? How much of what they're doing is important enough to maybe say, hey, I'll take less money to stay at ASU as opposed to taking more money at USC, for
Mm.
example, you know, so we'll see how strong this culture really is. I mean, I think it's really good. I think it's really strong. I really hope that the casual fan can finally buy in now. And
Okay,
that's
hold on.
it. Yeah, I truly hope that.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll be right back. But Richie, what do you think of Bill Belichick on UNC?
I mean, this dude's just doing side quests at this point. Like, he's got no reason to go there. I mean, I don't think he's gonna like the college football, like the portal,
Dude,
NIL.
no. No.
And I'm a Belichick guy. Like, love the dude. Was a great coach. I don't know. I don't see him buying into all that.
Dude, young coaches are leaving college because they don't want
Yeah,
they don't want to do it anymore. Like, why do we think Belichick's going to buy into that?
yeah. I don't know what's gonna and why UNC too of all schools.
Yeah, that's really weird. I mean, I'm not as much of a Belichick guy as you and Dylan, but I see Belichick as kind of like this curmudgeon, you know, and
Hmm.
like the pro game is so different from the NFL game. I don't see how he has the energy, the motivation. I mean, is he really hoping they just get kids because he's Bill Belichick?
Maybe.
I
I mean,
mean, do you really think some of these kids care?
no.
Like, let's be honest.
A lot of these kids probably weren't watching football when the Patriots were in
Yeah,
the dynasty.
I mean, they really don't care. I really don't, I really think that's the case, but it's just that couldn't be more random.
hmm And I don't picture him staying those late nights till 2, 3 a.m. breaking down film.
No, dude, I read today that he presented them like a 400-page like. Did you see that?
They called it like a Bible.
Yeah, like what? What's going on here, dude? This isn't. You're not playing the Dolphins every other week. You
Yeah.
know, you got Wake Forest next week.
Are you still talking about Bill Belichick? What did you get?
Yeah, dude, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know if you said it, but it was funny hearing like Tom Brady and Gronk and Edelman being like, "Oh, Belichick's going to talk to an 18-year-old the way he was talking to us," like
Exactly,
trying to get these. He loves high school football games, but I mean, I don't know that Bill
dude.
is
But
age
what I was telling
appropriate.
Richie is, I know what I was telling Richie was, I mean, do we really think some of these 18 and 19-year-olds really care who
No,
he is?
right? That's a good
I
point.
don't.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of want more of a young dog like a Dillingham that like
Like
it just
Dillingham.
gets you fired up. Yeah,
hmm
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's nuts. Were you guys at all? Did you think that Skattebo would get a call to New York, or was that not really going to happen?
I thought after the Big 12 championship game, I thought he was going to be that fourth guy, and I think he earned that. I don't know. I don't see how Cam Ward, like losing those last couple games that he did, got him a spot in New York.
All right, can I answer?
Yeah,
I didn't think. I thought it was too little, too late.
yeah,
Um, I thought it was too little, too late. I wish he was there, but yeah, I mean, when I saw like on Sunday the FanDuel Heisman odds, he was like eighth. I was like, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
he had no shot. I mean, unless he went for 450 and six touchdowns, I
Which
don't think he had a shot. I don't know
if
why
they let
Cam
him play
Ward's
the whole
going.
game, I think he might have done it.
Maybe. I don't know why
Yeah.
Cam Ward's going.
Yeah,
I mean, as much as I hate the guy, I think Sanders should go over to Cam Ward.
I mean, all his numbers were better for sure. Same records.
Yeah, I don't get it, but I think Genty should win. But again, I think that's over. I think it's been over.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Um,
Travis Hunter, and I don't know
it's
how
it's been
that
Travis Hunt.
translated. Yeah,
It's been Travis Hunter since like week 8 or 7.
hmm
yeah. Dude, he's like a real life video
Uh,
game.
yeah. I have my own thoughts about it, but yeah.
All right, so let's go to the college football playoff because I mean, had you honestly watching that bracket show, that was kind of exciting. Like that felt like March Madness y like it built like
That's because
I
we
was
had a
nervous.
reason to be excited.
We of course we had reason to be nervous, yeah, and excited. How did you see it get laid out? Of course, like Oregon has a pretty tough draw to potentially play
Dude,
Ohio State again.
if I was an Oregon fan, I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
hmm
or Tennessee.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah,
And then they got either ASU, Texas, or Clemson.
yeah.
I mean, I love ASU. They're not going to be favored against Texas. Let's be real here.
DraftKings
A
has them
coworker offered me
11-point
20
dogs if they play
points.
Texas.
Yeah, a coworker already offered me
Dude,
20 points against Texas, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it."
that's not bad actually. But yeah, I think Oregon is. They should be very mad.
Yeah, they have to
But like
scrape up.
I did just the whole. I don't get how they did their seeding. Like, why is Penn State the six and they have the easiest path to the Final Four?
Yeah, they
That
really
bottom
do.
half doesn't. That bottom half isn't hard, really, especially
No,
with
like
Carson Beck being out.
why does Ohio State get Tennessee
hmm
but Penn State gets SMU and Notre Dame gets Indiana? Like I don't. I just it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I mean I guess I don't know how else you'd receive it, but
yeah.
I think they should have
SMU
split up
in there.
Ohio State and Tennessee.
I think they should have split up Ohio State and Tennessee as well, Rich.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
Like
think they
maybe
should have.
switch Tennessee and SMU or something.
Correct. I agree with that because that bottom half is weak.
Hmm.
And let's be
Yeah.
real, if Carson Beck's out, Georgia don't got a quarterback.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, what's Jaden Rashada doing?
hey, dude, they brought in Carson Beck last week when the second stringer went down. Carson Beck only
They
had one arm.
did.
That's crazy. These college
Uh,
football playoffs can be 4 weeks long. And
dude,
yeah,
Ace
ASU,
doesn't play for Ace doesn't play for 3 weeks.
dude, they don't play till next year.
Yeah,
Technically. No, yeah, they
Yeah.
have a long time. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, we don't even know who they're gonna play until over a week from now, next
yeah,
Saturday,
2 weeks.
right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
right before
Saturday.
Christmas. Yeah, dude, nuts. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. I think ASU can squeak at least one win. I mean, I would rather play Clemson, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. You'd rather play
Texas has a
Clemson.
really good rush defense, which is
Yeah,
ASU's best attribute right now. So
But yeah,
correct. You'd rather play Clemson, but Clemson ain't very good. So,
yeah.
Texas didn't look good either, though. So
dude, because Quinn Ewers is not that good.
yeah,
Yeah, it's always
I
more
mean,
they're
they,
exciting.
saying he's
they
going to stay in. They're saying he's going to stay in college another year now.
no way.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of stuff on that, and he's going to
What's Arch?
obviously he'll enter the portal.
What's Arch Manning gonna do? Oh, he's gonna transfer.
Yeah, Quinn's going to train. I mean, he'll have to. They'll play Arch over
Yeah,
him.
they're gonna play. Yeah, they play Arch over him. Yeah, you're right.
Hmm.
Yeah, Texas hasn't been a ranked opponent this year.
Yeah, dude,
That's
Texas
crazy.
is plus 200 to make it out of that left side of the bracket.
What's ASU like? +8, +9?
Plus 17.
Whoa.
Hey.
I mean, I did get them at national champions at like 85. 8500.
8,500.
Yeah.
I have one on them at plus 60,000.
Hey.
60,000?
I have $5 on it to win 3K.
Is there a cash out or no?
No, not yet. I'm hoping we win this next one. And it's Caesars. They don't give me no
I bet
cash out, bro.
I bet you if they're up at half, no, they'd have to win. They'd have to beat Texas and
Yeah,
Clemson due to cash out.
Do you think they'll win that
I'll take
appeal?
it too.
Do you think that Kenny will win that appeal?
Yeah,
I don't know that he will,
I
dude.
think so.
Really?
based on what he was saying on the bus today, it sounded like he thinks they got it.
Yeah, because the way he ducks down. But dude, it was just such a wide open. There was no stopping him. Like hit. Like he couldn't
Yeah,
have
No,
slowed
no.
down for that. Yeah. If you had to pick one team to win the college football playoff, who are you picking right now?
I have
Richie, I'll let
Oregon
you go
winning it.
first. I'll let you go first. Okay.
Yeah, I got Oregon
Future-wise,
winning it.
I mean, future-wise, there's a lot of money to be made. The lowest is plus 360.
I do have Oregon, ASU, Penn State, and Indiana as the final four, though.
Penn State,
I'm gonna go
Indiana.
with.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Oregon. I do think they're the best team in college football.
Yeah.
hmm
I think they're the most complete team in college football.
for sure.
I hope they draw Texas too or Tennessee. I just feel like that'd be a good color game. Good
I would like to watch that for
good
sure.
matchup.
And we've
SEC.
seen Oregon, Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. You're 100% right.
And
I do hope that Penn State beats Boise State by 74.
yeah. Yeah, my dad, he's always pulling for Pac-12, and Chris Berry, Eugene, Oregon native, loves the
Stand
Ducks.
up.
Yeah. All right, pretty wild. Yeah, I think it's got to be Oregon too. It's crazy that Georgia's plus 400. So even without a quarterback, they're still the third option here on the board. I don't know what that.
I think people are
says.
I think people are just hoping that their defense just suffocates everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Which it
crazy.
could, but I mean they also gave up how much to Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arizona State is plus 4,000 currently. So Clemson's plus 5,000. They're the biggest one, which we'd love to have Clemson. Just get one. Like I think going to get one would be great. But then we'll get the next. That'll be wild. NFL, we are
Hold on,
coming up.
that game would be back in Dallas.
Would it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they beat Texas or Oklahoma or Texas or Clemson, that game would be back in Dallas.
And
then
that's
if they
like,
win that, they go. If they win that, they go back to Atlanta.
if it's Clemson, that's a near home game for them. Like that
Oh
is
yeah, it is totally,
that
Yeah.
is
totally. Yeah,
crazy.
that's a home game for Clemson.
That will be 90% Clemson people full.
Yo, 100%, 100%.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Dabo versus the Devils. The world wants to see that.
I would love to see that, dude. Come on. Okay, NFL. We're going into what, week 14 now? Week 13? We just finished week 13.
Week 15.
Oh, yeah. Now we're going into week 15. This is coming out as
Mhm.
week 15 begins. Who do you guys like coming out of the NFC at this point? I mean, it feels
Rich,
like
I think we're gonna agree on this.
I think
Yeah, we
this
got
would
the
be an
same one,
earthquake
bro.
on advisors, if you understand. I think this is the Lions, right? We're talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, dude. The Eagles are pretty good. Though. As much as I hate Nick Sirianni, I think
Yeah,
the Eagles are pretty good.
I
yeah.
was interested in seeing point differential, so I looked up all the numbers today. The Lions are plus 183, Eagles plus 108, Vikings plus 99.
Jeez, the Vikings, man, that's
Ooh.
crazy.
Dude, the Lions are only a game up on the Vikings, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
don't know how
play
the Vikings keep winning these games.
they play the last week of the season, so
Ooh.
that
Well,
could be interesting.
and the Packers are
Mhm.
9-4, third in that division. Not 9-4 is
The
crazy.
Packers aren't good, though, man.
Dude, I still think the Packers are better than the Vikings, but now I don't know how the Vikings keep winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like teams like the Bears keep losing.
Dude, the Lions have to come out of the NFC. They have to.
Yeah, who did I see was the other NFC option? I mean, yeah, it's Eagles. It's
It's
Lions
really
plus
only Eagles or
135,
Vikings.
Eagles plus 275, then it leaps to Vikings at 775. So it
Hey,
seems
what
to
are
be
Maybe Commanders.
what are like the Rams or Seahawks?
well, so it goes Packers at 900, then it goes 1700 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So everything above
Okay,
that is higher than that to come out of the NFC.
okay, I could see that.
Yeah, no, I'm with the Lions too. I mean, even if this has got to be their year. They should have, it should have been them
Mhm.
last year though too.
Should have been last year. They blew it.
So yeah, they just got to keep it up. What about AFC? Because I have a Ravens ticket from
Ooh,
preseason. Not very much. But I don't know. I just think the Chiefs are probably inevitable. Like in the fact that
I
they're
mean,
bad right now, like they're supposed to be. They're always bad right now. But
I
they're still
highly
winning.
disagree.
dude, I don't. I mean, until I see otherwise, it's hard for me to say anything else.
So, again, if you want to know the point differential, Bills plus 129, Steelers 87, Chargers 70, Broncos 69, Ravens 65, Chiefs 52.
That's higher than I would have thought. But still, they have how many wins? Yeah, but dude,
Dude,
the
10
I
wins, and
hate
they're
never
all one
cared about
score.
points differential.
I hate to
I don't
say
know. They
this.
always used to blow teams out, bro.
I hate to say this, but the Steelers are pretty damn good.
The who?
They are.
Steelers,
Steelers. That's a real team.
dude, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I mean,
they're only like a game back. They're only a game back of Buffalo.
the Steelers to win the AFC is plus 900. That might be the best value. But I just
They're
What's the
only a game
Bills?
back of.
Bills 235, Chiefs 2, Ravens 460. Texans are still 1,000.
Oh, frauds,
No.
frauds, 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 frauds.
Gee, the Broncos are 21. Jeez.
I better value there than the Texans.
Anybody who's putting their hard-earned money on the Texans to win the Super Bowl right now or win the AFC, donate to Sun Angel Collective instead.
Yeah, I mean, Steelers are minus 210 to win the AFC North. So, I mean, they should lock that down. But you did,
That's crazy.
Shay, actually, I have to give you credit for something because I was sending some trades to the chat at the beginning of the year, sort of, maybe week 2 or 3. And I was going to send away Chase Brown, and you're like, watch out, Chase Brown will win you your league. And
What did
remember,
I tell you?
yeah,
You did
and
say
well,
that.
so remember when we were at the Golden Knights game, and he busted that run at the very end
Yeah,
of
he
that
did.
game.
Yeah, he did.
That won me that
touchdown.
week. And then this
Yeah.
Monday night, he won me. He basically got me into the playoffs in my work league. So
Yeah,
which is huge.
I told you he was going to win your league.
Yeah, who knew the Bengals needed to play so bad though? This late must-win situation. And yeah, speaking of the Bengals and their quarterbacks and going bleach blonde, Richie, what was the inspiration
I
to
honestly
go
thought it was Joe
blonde?
Burrow.
I mean, that like when I saw that at the beginning of the season, I did like that, and then I kind of like just throughout the year or the rest of the year, like saw other like videos and reels of like people doing it, and I was like, I knew I was gonna cut off all the hair anyway, so I was like, why not?
Yeah, I
Got to
mean,
do it before I'm 30, right?
dude, I was just going to say that like I'm very much in that mindset. Even like I'm watching through Harry Potter, and I'm like, well, I'll still do this in my 30s probably, but I mean, I should get one more in my 20s. Watching through it at the holidays. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I won't be doing it before I'm 30. I will not be dyeing my hair, but it's quite the look, man. Very, gosh,
I thought it was Joe Burrow inspiration.
Slim Shady.
Rich Burr, baby.
Rich
Rich
Burr.
Burr.
Let's go.
Rich Burr. All right, well, it is the holiday season. I thought we should do a Christmas movie draft. I mean, we were going to do a Super Mario characters movie draft, but because of circumstances, we decided let's stay away. The Peach
Too
is very
soon.
controversial these days, or Luigi, either one. But yeah, let's go holiday movies. We're gonna do snake draft. I mean, I think I said 3, but I think we have to do 4. Wouldn't that make the most sense?
Yeah, 4 makes sense.
And we'll start with Richie, then we'll go Shay, then we'll go me, and we'll snake back around. Just holiday movie, Christmas movie, just state it, why, and then we'll stack up these teams. I'll mark them down.
Yeah.
All right, Richie, go ahead. Who you got first? First
I
overall
mean, you're
pick.
gonna give me the first pick. Yeah, I'm gonna take like probably the best one I think of all time. I'm gonna take Home Alone.
Ooh.
Every little kid, I think, at some point thinks that
Mm.
what would it be like to be by yourself? And
Mm.
yeah, I love Home Alone. My nephew watches it throughout the year, so I get to see it all the time.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Christmas movie. The only one that I'll really sit down and watch like over, and I can watch it over and over.
That's a great pick. I'm glad that's number one.
Okay.
I'm glad that's number one overall on a DBN draft because that should go number one overall. That's a great pick. I decided this year, like, I hate anyone who is like, dude, those guys would have broken like skulls and they would be dead having go through all that. I'm like, dude, shut up. Enjoy the movie. Shut your mouth. That's not what this is about. I mean, you get Joe Pesci too. I thought this year too it would be funny to watch Home Alone like back to back with like Casino. Because you get like Joe Pesci, and just like gosh, because it was like similar time, like that was the early '90s.
It was, yeah, it was.
That's just wild that he was in both.
That's a great point.
All right, we go to Shay.
Oh boy, Dylan, I'm gonna let you have Elf. I'm gonna go with the Jim Carrey Grinch
Nice.
because I
Jim-
don't really care for. I don't really care for Elf. So
Yeah, no, Grinch. Well, first, yeah, Grinch, great choice. Good number 2 off the board. Jim Carrey. I mean, dude, that's one. I mean, like Elf, it came out when we were kids too, so that's like a great modern classic. Like we can call that a classic.
A lot of lines from that movie too.
Oh yeah, I think about them all year. No, yeah, that Jim Carrey's Grinch, phenomenal performance from Jim Carrey. Yeah, dude, so good. Ron Howard, shout out. I'm gonna go with It's a Wonderful Life. I'm not sure. Have either of you guys seen It's a Wonderful Life?
I watched
I've
it
seen
every Christmas.
Not in a long time.
Yeah, we
Every
watch it every
Christmas I
year
watch it.
too. One of my favorite memories in LA is I went and saw it at Quentin Tarantino's movie theater. Great time.
Oh, that's cool.
It was awesome. I love that movie. It's great to watch every year. I would have taken it if I was in the number 1 spot too, even though it probably would have stayed on the board for me. I'm gonna take it, and then
Well, I would have taken that if you had eventually.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, I'm not gonna take Elf though. I'm gonna leave Elf on the board. I'm gonna go Christmas Vacation in my 2nd spot.
Yeah,
like I think
I knew that one wasn't making it back.
Those ones are are two like classics. Like, and it's great too because like you grow up and you appreciate a different part of it. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's great every time. John Hughes, shout out. All right, back to Shay.
This is probably gonna go early, a little earlier than expected, but I've found a newfound love for this movie every Christmas time. I think it's the funniest Christmas movie. I'm gonna
Ooh,
go with Four Christmases.
Four
mm,
Christmases, great.
good one.
That's a good call.
I think it's a great modern
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
I
Mhm.
respect the hell out of that choice. Any Vince Vaughn Christmas movie works for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. So that's a great call. That's a great movie. Huge cast. John Favreau's in there.
Huge cast.
Um,
Robert
Duvall. Who's his brother? The country singer.
Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw.
Right? Isn't it Tim McGraw?
Yeah, it's Tim
I don't
McGraw.
know.
It's Tim
Yeah.
McGraw.
The Jesus scene is so good. Them going to church like gets me every time.
It's
I love that
it's so
scene.
funny, dude. When they're showing her her like high school and junior high pictures in the yearbook. He's like, "Who is that? Who is that?"
Kristen Chenoweth also in this movie. Big
Yeah.
Thunder fan.
Oh, hey, shout out OKC.
Yeah, dude. Great movie, great choice. Richie, over to you.
I'm going with my second choice is the Santa Claus.
Ooh,
Number one.
Santa Claus.
I
with
kind of had
me.
forgotten about this one, and my nephew was watching it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I need to rewatch that. I need to rewatch that movie."
Ooh.
Great one. I love the beginning scene too, and I love when he becomes Santa and how he just wants nothing to do with it, and just classic heartwarming story by the end of it. Loves it.
Decent sequel.
And then, yeah, third one a little too much, but that's typical.
I think there's a series
My
now.
third one is gonna be probably one of my favorite ones that I think I can rewatch over and over, and I could probably watch this one throughout the year. Is Christmas with the Cranks.
Oh, okay.
That's
Two
a
Yeah.
solid
Tim
one. That's a
Allen
solid
choices. Shay, how do you feel
That's
about
a
two
solid
Tim
one.
Allen
Back to back,
choices
yeah.
back to back?
one. Hey, he's a snitch.
Yeah, no,
But
I think
just a great movie. I mean,
That's a
you want
solid
nothing
movie,
to do with
actually.
Christmas and the whole neighborhood. You gotta love when they come together, and you get a little bit of a robbery in there, and there's some good
Jamie
parts
Lee
of the movie,
Curtis
man.
at the height of her powers. She's just killing it. We get Dan Aykroyd. We get Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle's in this
Yeah.
Do yeah.
movie.
I'm a sucker for the end scene too when he gives the old couple the cruise. I'm a sucker for that part.
That's your boss, man. Handing out cruises and whatnot. This is even getting a knock. Dude, I can't wait to hear what Richie
It
gets
is.
for Christmas, man. I cannot wait. Hey, we'll do an unboxing on the program.
He's gonna get tickets to the Peach Bowl
Yeah. Dang.
and hotel.
All right, over to Shay after Christmas with the Cranks is off the board.
I'm gonna go with a movie that reminds me of elementary school, and this is a conversation I had with Lexi a couple weeks ago. Halloween time was so fun in elementary school. The whole school, like the couple weeks leading up to it, and I think it's the same for Christmas time in elementary school is the best. Projects, etc. This movie reminds me of Christmas in elementary school, and that is a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, wow. Charlie Brown Christmas. All right.
It's very nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
I don't quite know why, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, they would go over to the TVs that had the clock on them, and they would change
Yep.
corner of the
Yeah. Yeah.
Or of course they'd wheel in the cart, which I feel like that one. When they wheel in the cart, I always think of Remember the Titans.
Portable.
That's
I
the portable.
think
See,
of that, and I think
of
about
Martin Luther King Day.
yeah.
that one movie.
My friend Martin.
I wish I could remember.
My
friend Martin.
Yeah. No, I. Hey,
What a
put that
pull.
on my list.
But that's on my letterbox. 4 favorites.
My friend Martin. Yeah, it's a very nostalgic Christmas movie. So I'll go with a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Dude, I
I
hope
gotta
that's
find
what it's
that
called.
movie.
I think that's what it's called. I hope that's what it's called.
Let me see.
That sounds right. That sounds
I'm gonna
right.
look it up. My friend Martin,
Okay.
our friend Martin.
Our
Okay,
friend
okay.
Martin. All right. Okay, so that's good. Charlie Brown Christmas, that's a classic. I feel like I always remember my family had they had like a box that had all the Christmas movies in them, and that was all of these along with like the claymation ones. Did you guys ever watch those? The
Yeah, like Frosty the
Yeah, a
Snowman.
couple. Yeah,
the one who wanted the guy, the elf that wanted to be a dentist and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Herbie.
Which that becomes relatable as you get older. You're like, wow, yeah, maybe I want to do something else. Maybe I don't want to be an elf. But my number 3, I'm actually gonna go with I'm gonna leave Elf on the board again. I'm gonna take Home Alone 2: Lost in New York because watched that the other night. Oh, that one is that's so good. New York is like a character like in that movie. They show all the sights. And yeah, I mean it is the same movie as the first one. You're just in New York, but like it's still elevated.
I think about a scene that I always think about in that movie is when Rob Schneider opens up the pizza box and it's like piping hot steam.
Yeah, dude. I've seen that one. That one's been like every time I open Instagram, I'm seeing that scene because the cheese pizza. He gets in the limo, goes to the toy store. It's awesome and like. Yeah, it's just that one feels so magical too. And yeah, they did it all. They brought like you don't really see that with a sequel where everyone comes back and they all do it again and like they take it to another level. I thought that's pretty cool. And then I'm going to go with one I'm going to go with
I know where
movie.
you're going to go. I know where you're going to go.
What am I going to say?
I can't think of the name of the movie.
Yeah. Luis Guzman.
Yeah.
Dude, Nothing Like the Holidays. There's a movie out. There's a movie called Nothing Like the Holidays. It's about it takes place in a Puerto Rican suburb of Chicago, and it has every Puerto Rican supporting actor, every Latino supporting actor that exists.
He's not lying.
Is in this movie, along with the girl from Grey's Anatomy, the redhead girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she. Otherwise, you get everyone in this movie. Nothing Like the Holidays. It's like it teeters between like being a Lifetime movie and being like one of the best movies ever. So like,
I'm gonna add this to my list.
Honestly, it's on the Voodoo.
And he got me to watch it last year.
And it teeters that line. Sometimes it's cheesy and like, oh, this like cringy. But then sometimes you're like, damn, like that reminds me of like sitting around with my brothers and sisters. Now you're adults and you're all going home, and like, yeah. It's honestly a good one. And like, we have a memory. We like went into a theater one Christmas and we're like, let's go see a Christmas movie. And me, my dad, and Nate went, and I think I was way too young to understand any of it. But it was a good time, and we liked it, and we now watch it every year. And my dad calls it the Puerto Ricans. So it like doesn't even call it by its name.
Movie.
Solid.
It's a solid movie.
I would have to take it. Okay, so that's my 4. Over to Shay.
I too will leave Elf on the board one last time. And I know my theme has been nostalgia outside of Four Christmases, but I'm going to say my favorite Christmas movie as a child. Probably has horrible reviews. I don't really care though. It's gonna be Jingle All the Way.
Ooh, yes. Great call. I'm glad this one is on. I'm glad it was drafted.
What's the superhero's name?
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man. Yes.
Come on, dude. Turbo Man. You got Sinbad in this movie.
You got Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman in this movie. You got Tom Hanks' wife. Tom Hanks' wife is
Rita Wilson.
She's in this movie. You got young Anakin Skywalker is in this movie.
Young Anakin Skywalker.
And
it's just a very nostalgic movie.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we watched it a bunch growing up, and maybe is not if revisiting maybe is not the best one, but I remember going crazy about this as a kid, It was awesome.
Yeah,
And then they did a
I
sequel with
loved
Larry
it.
the Cable Guy, which never seen it.
Yeah, never
Never
seen it
should.
either.
We'll leave that one off the shelf. But hey, Jingle All the Way is a good call. I like that. All right, Richie, take us home. What is the final pick in the DBN Christmas movie draft?
I figured I had to go to the nostalgia route as well, and I love, honestly, those claymation movies. Really couldn't decide which one to pick. I was kind of stuck between a couple, but I think since it lasted this long, I'm going to go Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I think
Just a classic. I mean, great song, great movie.
Great song.
Probably has horrible reviews too, but
so
no, dude, I think that's good. I loved the Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the Santa origin story. That one was the one.
So that's that would have been the second one for sure.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, he's like Kris Kringle. He's like a. Yeah, it's just the origin story of Santa Claus. It's pretty good. We left a lot on the board. Didn't bring up Elf. We brought up Elf, but it's not on there. It's just overplayed. We agree. We've seen it a billion times. It's fine to have on in the background, I think, but to sit down and actually watch it, maybe one of these years I'll do it. But that's a good one.
You know, another Christmas movie I've never seen is Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one either.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it.
The Holiday, of course.
Office Christmas Party was on my list.
Oh, was that
what
a good
was
one?
on your list, Rich?
Office Christmas Party.
Oh, that's solid.
That was hilarious. Yeah,
it's a solid little funny movie.
Love Actually.
Friday After Next.
Friday After Next.
The Friday After Next. Yes.
Die Hard. The Polar Express. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Family Stone.
Family Stone. Ooh, A Christmas Story, which I think is I've turned on that movie. I've turned on that movie. I grew up with it, but I've turned on that movie for sure. It's like
never seen it.
I think I had an instance a few years ago where I was showing it to someone who didn't grow up with it, and it was like, dude, this is a weird movie because it is just a weird bad movie. But if you grew up with it, it's hilarious and wacky and fun. But
dude, A Christmas Story is one of those movies where it's on TBS for like 48 straight hours.
Yeah, they do that. That's probably fine to have it on in the background. But
Bad Santa. We left that off.
Bad Santa. You know what actually was good? The Holdovers came out last year. I don't know if you guys ever caught that one.
Yeah, I caught that.
That one is like
I didn't see it, but a lot of my patients said that the Christmas Chronicle was really good.
Oh, my mom likes the Kurt Russell one.
Yeah,
He's Santa. Yeah.
Hey, what's the one coming out with The Rock and Chris?
Red one. That one's already out, and I think it's already on Prime Video. Oh, dude, Deck the Halls is another one that's kind of fun when it's on. I don't mind throwing that one on. You get Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick.
What about? I mean, we didn't say Die Hard.
Didn't say Die Hard. I think there's a lot, and that's the hard part about like the Holdovers is like Holdovers is good, and I'd love to put it on the roster, but there's just sometimes not enough room. There's so many movies that are like feel essential. But I think we had a good list here. Shay, you had Grinch, Four Christmases, Charlie Brown, Jingle All the Way, Richie, Home Alone, Santa Claus, Christmas with the Cranks, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I had It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Vacation, Home Alone 2, and Nothing Like the Holidays. Nothing Like the Holidays. Give it a watch, if anything, if nothing else. Crazy. All right, last couple things I got here. Richie, Times Athlete of the Year went to Caitlin Clark. Do you have any words for that?
Next question.
And why is it not Otani? I don't know. Or is it Cam Skattebo? Because I think it should be on the short list.
What about
You know where my vote would have gone.
Athlete of the Year? Oh, Scotty Scheffler had a great year. I mean, should Scotty be on?
I mean, honestly, Scotty or John Rahm. John Rahm won live his first year in it.
Yeah.
They're never going to give it to a golfer.
No.
Unless did Tiger win one year? I would guess he might have won one year.
I bet you Tiger probably won one. Yeah.
He won everything. Okay, and then the last thing I guess probably to land on with with ASU and wrapping it all up is how does it feel that like ASU and Timothy Chalamet now have like this crazy history,
man.
and like
Hey,
he
won the weekend.
It was weird hearing him say Cam Skattebo. Like I heard him say it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? It's like having two friends meet that are in different. Yeah.
You know what's funny? People were like, "Oh, he was just reading off a script." He was also the only person who picked Ohio to beat Miami of Ohio,
and that killed him.
Hey, and then all that stuff coming up of him being like a real like sports fan. Like I believe
he's a real ball knower.
Yeah,
ball knower.
Well, yeah, it was like Landry Fields, which friend of the program,
friend of the program,
we'll say. Shout out Cam Barker. But yeah, dude, that tweet was so hilarious that like, congrats Tim Chalamet. Like someone's on Twitter typing in Tim Chalamet, looking for like the oldest thing they can find because
yeah,
it's just the gift keeps.
Dude, how did someone find that?
Yeah, they had to have remembered that at some point. Like.
No, I think there's some sleuths because you just search Tim Chalamet and you can go back in like 2010. When was that tweeted ever? Boom.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
But there's the photo in Grand Central, hilarious, dude. He knows ball, and he he's
the ball knower.
He's like he's a theater kid. He does it all. He's Kylie Jenner. He's got that. Yeah, whatever, man.
Hey, real quick. I heard that he was like. Have you ever heard the story that when he was at NYU, he was just like passing like STDs around?
I have not heard that. No.
Wow.
Dude, I read something like he was just like passing the clap around NYU when he was there.
How do you think Barron Trump is dating at NYU? Like, is that even possible? Like, can he go to parties? Can he hang out?
I think he's doing just fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I told you that story about him.
No, yeah, it's true. Yeah, he's plenty busy too. It sounds like he's got work.
Yeah, he is. We'll talk about it off there, Rich.
Dang. All right. Well, good stuff, guys. Thanks so much for doing this.
Hey, real quick, one last thing. How about those Mets? That's all.
Well, Juan Soto. Yeah, dude. Juan Soto. Is this like how realistically like you make a big signing like this? Because the Ohtani change was pretty quick. Do you expect that sort of a difference?
No, they need a few more holes to fill. Need a few more pieces, but there's no reason they can't win a World Series in the next 3 years.
Why do you think he chose the Mets? Because I heard it was only like a $5 million
money. It was
difference.
money,
but it was only like $5 million.
I think they just the vision and how much money Steve Cohen has. People forget how rich that guy is. And just like I'm sure he laid out some sort of plan, like, hey, this is what we want to do. This is our goals going forward. I will spare no expense, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did good this summer of not having you on talking about the Mets, and they were able to put something together really at the end.
2 games away from the World Series.
2 games. Yeah, they put up more wins on the Dodgers than the Yankees did, I believe. Is that right?
They did. They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Damn. All right. Well, thanks again, boys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. What do you think of Richie's hair? And what do you think of what number should Juan Soto wear? Favorite number?
Ooh.
Great question. Favorite position?
Stu Feiner. Yeah, dude. Look, I don't want a cameo. I want him there. I want him there. I want him there. Cosm, January 18th. I want to see you there. Stu Feiner.
We'll be there.
Be there. Let's go out to dinner. I want to go out. I want to get to one of those dinners. Gosh. Shout out Stu Feiner.
I don't want a cameo. I want him there.